What's going on, everyone? burnttoastchronicles here. I've got Chapter 2-3 of Resident Evil 5, and this is also the last chapter, or last segment of Chapter 2, and it is different from every other part of the game in the fact that you are gunning on a Humvee for the entire duration of this segment. And, you know, there's really no variety to it, to be honest. You never get to drive the Humvee, and you never get to step foot off the Humvee. And other than that, the only thing that has any sort of variety is the character you play as. If you're Chris, then you get to use a PKM, and if you're Sheva, you get to use a minigun. But otherwise, there really is nothing special about this mission. You know, like, honestly, when I was preparing to do record the commentary for this one, I struggled with things to even talk about, or to think of to talk about, because you look at other chapters of this game and, you know, things are constantly happening. Well, this one is all on a Humvee, so... anyways, the main goal here of this whole mission is you just gotta defend yourself from the guys that are chasing you, and there's only two different types of enemies you'll see. There's guys that'll come along on motorcycles and try to throw things at you, but you know, they're really easy to take care of. You can either just shoot the guy right off the motorcycle, or you can shoot the motorcycle itself, and the whole thing will blow up. But other than that, the only other enemy is every now and then you get a truckload of guys, and they'll have projectile weapons like crossbows or Molotov cocktails that they try to hit you with, and as long as you shoot the guys out of the bed of the truck, it's really no problem, and then you just have to shoot the tire of the truck itself, and that takes care of that. Every now and then you will see a little interactive quick time event pop up, and even that's pretty simple. You just press, it's either going to be A or X, and you just have to press that quickly, and if you've done it fast enough, then you, I guess, grab onto the Humvee or something and don't take damage from sharp turns, apparently is the game's logic behind that. So, it doesn't make sense to me, but that's the game's logic, so I'm just going to go with it. But, luckily, not this whole chapter is, you know, shooting guys on motorcycles. About halfway through, it does become a boss battle, which you guys will see in just a little bit. But, you know, even the boss battle is pretty repetitive, and you'll see why. So, this whole chapter in particular, I mean, really, there's nothing special about it, and to be honest with you, if I could have skipped it, I would, but that wouldn't be true to the spirit of a start-to-finish playthrough. So, I know the only special thing about this mission is, as I've mentioned in the past, and for anyone who's played the Resident Evil 5 campaign, then you know that you get points every time you beat a mission, and you can spend those points on little bonus effects. And because of the short duration of this mission, I know many people will often just replay this mission and, you know, try to get 1,000 credits every 6 to 8 minutes, but I'll be honest and say I did try that like 2 or 3 times, and then I realized I was so sick of the repetitive nature of the mission that I just couldn't do it. So right here, I know that was just a complete and total jump in the video. It goes from being on the road shooting guys on motorcycles to now I'm shooting whatever this giant creature is. Like you guys know by now, I don't know names for these things. But, you know, sorry for the random transition, but keep in mind, I don't do cutscenes. I cut them all out for this playthrough. But all I have to do is, every now and then, this giant creature will try to, he'll either take a swing at you, in which case you just press X and duck under it, or he'll go grab like a light pole or a rock, and he'll try to hit you with those. But if you just shoot him enough, he drops those, and, you know, there's no threat there. And then once you've inflicted enough damage, he will actually have these little things sprout out of his shoulders and chest. You know, just shoot those enough, and then he'll do this where he like crouches over or then keels over. That's the word I'm looking for. And he has an even bigger centipede-looking thing come out of his back, and then you just shoot that, and he comes back to being this, you know, just like he was. So you just gotta repeatedly shoot him, and eventually, like you'll see right here, he has even more of these little things come out of him. And then, you know, it's basically just a repeat of the whole process. You just gotta shoot these things off of him, and then he'll have another big centipede come out of his back, shoot that, and that's the boss battle, really. It is really easy, really straightforward, and unfortunately really repetitive. You know, the only thing that changes is every now and then you get a couple guys with crossbows who will be out in the distance trying to hit you, but you can just take care of them just as easily. So, unfortunately, there wasn't a whole lot of variety to this, but luckily, starting in Chapter 3, it will go back to being a little bit more interesting, and you'll be on foot running around, so hopefully things will pick back up and be a little bit more interesting next time around. But right now, we're just finishing off the last couple little shots that we need on this guy, and then that's going to be the end of this mission. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. I know, like I said, it wasn't the most exciting thing, but hopefully you guys found it to be at least somewhat entertaining, and if you did, please subscribe for more, and, you know, I will see you guys again in Chapter 3, so, talk to y'all later.